From killing Hitlers from every universe to becoming an alpha male, these are 8 times when Jerry Smith was a hero in Rick and Morty.
I don't get it, and I don't need to.
Alright folks, let's dive into the Cronenberg-infested streets of suburban America, where our unlikely hero, Jerry Smith, is about to show us he's got more guts than a zombie buffet.
Nobody's killing me until after I catch my wife with another man.
Rick's love potion has gone haywire, turning the whole world into grotesque, monstrous versions of themselves. Beth and Summer are hiding out, scared out of their wits, probably wishing they'd paid more attention to those zombie apocalypse survival guides. But who do we see strutting through this nightmare like he owns the place? Jerry freaking Smith. The same Jerry who once got outsmarted by a simulation running at 5% power is suddenly channeling his inner Mad Max. It's like watching Ned Flanders morph into Rambo. Unexpected, slightly unsettling, but oddly satisfying at the same time.
Beth, do you still love me?
Ugh, what kind of question is that?
The yes or no kind?
Our boy Jerry, usually about as useful in a crisis as a chocolate teapot, finds himself bizarrely competent. The universe decided to play opposite day, and Jerry got the memo while everyone else was still hitting snooze. He's out there navigating this monster-filled world with surprising ease, almost like he was born for the apocalypse. As Jerry's alpha male status escalates, we see him taking charge in ways we'd never expected. He's not just fighting monsters, he's protecting his family with a ferocity that would make a mama bear proud. It's like all those years of being the family doormat was suddenly just preparation for this moment.
Do you think Grandpa Rick had something to do with this?
It's not fair to assume that, Summer.
Oh, not fair? Give me a break. He is a selfish, irresponsible ass, and he left my mother.
The piece de resistance comes when Jerry saves Beth from a Cronenberg co-worker. It's his moment of glory, cementing his status as the unexpected hero of this monstrous world. We see the shock and awe in Beth's eyes, a mix of disbelief and admiration. It's like she's seeing Jerry for the first time, and boy, does she like what she sees. Beth's reaction is a roller coaster of emotions. There's surprise, sure, but also a growing respect and, dare we say it, attraction.
Thank God!
God? God's turning people into insect monsters, Beth. I'm the one beating them to death. Thank me.
We see her stealing glances at Jerry as he plans their next move, a small smile playing on her lips. It's like she's falling in love all over again, but this time with the action hero version of her husband. Jerry Smith, ladies and gents, from zero to hero faster than you can say wubba-lubba-dub-dub. Who knew that all it would take for Jerry to find his groove was the complete breakdown of society? It's like watching a caterpillar turn into a butterfly, if that butterfly was really into monster slaying and looking cool in tattered clothes, normal stuff. Talk about a glow up for the ages.
I'm Mr. Crowbar, and this is my friend, who is also a crowbar. That's stupid.
Well, folks, just when you thought Jerry Smith had reached the pinnacle of his heroic journey, our favorite bumbling dad is about to take his biggest challenge yet. The entire solar system. Ever wonder what would happen if your dorky dad became an intergalactic whistleblower? Strap in, because Jerry's about to make waves that'll ripple across the cosmos. In Something Wicked This Way Comes, Jerry and Morty land on Pluto, where Jerry's outdated belief that Pluto is still a planet makes him an instant celebrity.
Oh man, this is definitely gonna go to his head.
The Plutonians, a society obsessed with their planetary status, treat Jerry like he's the love child of Neil deGrasse Tyson and a rock star. They parade him through crystal-lined streets and erect a statue in his honor. For a guy who's usually getting less respect than a participation trophy, that's quite the change of pace. But while Jerry's basking in his newfound fame, Morty uncovers a dark truth that's more chilling than finding out Santa isn't real. Shh, don't tell your kids. Pluto is shrinking faster than your favorite shirt in the dryer, all thanks to some good old-fashioned corporate exploitation.
And finally...
A party?
Is everyone in your family an idiot?
For sure, me and my dad are.
The Plutonian elite are mining the planet's core, causing it to shrink and potentially implode. Now Jerry's faced with a dilemma bigger than choosing between cake or death. Does he keep his mouth shut and enjoy his celebrity status, or does he speak out and potentially save a planet? For Jerry, who's more used to being ignored than a pop-up ad, this sudden importance is more intoxicating than a case of Calaxian crystals. As Jerry learns more about Pluto's situation, his conscience starts to nag at him like a forgotten homework assignment. The creators of Rick and Morty drive home the point here, showing how easy it is for people to cling to outdated beliefs, even when faced with overwhelming evidence to the contrary.
Dad, their whole planet is dying!
Ha! You called it a planet! Checkmate! What's up, Pluto?
It's a satirical take on how misinformation can spread faster than a virus in a crowded spaceship. The tension builds as Jerry wrestles with his decision. On one hand, he's got more fans than a Comic-Con panel. On the other, there's an entire planet at stake. In a moment that's more surprising than finding out that Darth Vader is Luke's father, Jerry chooses truth over fame. He stands up in front of all those adoring Plutonians and drops a truth bomb bigger than the one that wiped out the dinosaurs. Jerry tells them that Pluto is indeed not a planet and needs saving. The Plutonians, initially shocked and angry, eventually come to accept the truth. They begin efforts to save their planet, implementing strict mining regulations. As for Jerry, he's quickly deported back to Earth, his brief stint as a celebrity over. But he returns with a newfound sense of self-worth and the knowledge that he did the right thing. It's like watching Mr. Rogers suddenly break into a rap about the importance of recycling. Unexpected, but oddly inspiring.
My God, the man's a genius.
Picture this. Jerry Smith walks into a couple's therapy session and walks out feeling like the love child of Godzilla and Dr. Phil. How, you ask? Well, this ain't your grandma's marriage counseling. Unless, of course, your grandma's idea of working through issues involves battling kaiju-sized relationship problems.
Well, I know I'm ready to try whatever it takes.
Which clearly implies that I'm not.
It's not a competition, Beth.
Oh, is that how you're gonna try to win?
Jerry and Beth decide to spice up their marriage with some alien couples therapy. You know, as one does in the Smith household. But instead of sitting on a couch and talking about their feelings, this therapy turns their inner demons into actual monsters. It's like if your insecurities decided to cosplay as creatures from a Guillermo del Toro movie. Jerry's perception of Beth? A towering, cold-hearted alien that'd make the alien queen look cuddly. And Beth's view of Jerry? A tiny, spineless slug that'd lose a fight to a dust bunny. Talk about relationship goals, am I right? Haha. Things go from bad to worse when Beth's monster version of Jerry escapes and starts wreaking havoc.
They're codependent! Run!
The therapy center turns into a battleground of relationship issues, with other couples monsters joining in the fray. It's basically Marriage Story meets Pacific Rim with a dash of Jerry Springer for good measure.
What the Yeah, I know. What kind of operation are you running?
Us? What the hell kind of relationship do you have?
The chaos unfolds. Jerry finds himself face to face with his own insecurities made flesh. It's like looking into a mirror that reflects your deepest fears and also tries to eat you. Our boy Jerry, in a twist more surprising than finding out that Chancellor Palpatine was Darth Sidious all along. I mean, really guys, his office is full of Sith statues, how did you not see it coming? Decides to step up to the plate. Jerry's confrontations with his inner demons is intense. He's forced to confront his feelings of inadequacy, his fear of failure, and his deep-seated belief he's not good enough for Beth. It's like watching someone play emotional Jenga with their self-esteem on the line. In a moment that's more edge of your seat than the entirety of Free Solo, Jerry manages to save Beth from her monster version of him. It's like watching Bob Ross suddenly break out into a kung fu fight. Unexpected, but oddly inspiring. This act of bravery shows Jerry's growth and potential for change. The experience leaves both Jerry and Beth shaken, but with a new understanding of each other. It's like they've been through couples boot camp, but instead of trust falls, they had to battle their relationship issues in monster form. They realize that their perceptions of each other were just as damaging as any external threat. As they leave the therapy center, hand in hand, you can almost see the shift in their relationship.
Not such a stupid worm now, are you?
Honey, when it comes to the subject of your ego, I'm Stephen Hawkinson.
It's... never mind.
It's like watching the final scene of a rom-com, but with a more alien goo and fewer cheesy declarations of love. Who knew that all it took to save their marriage was a life-or-death battle with their own psychological projections? In the Smith family, that's just Tuesday.
You wanna keep this marriage going a while longer?
At least until Morty has graduated high school. Oh.
Just when you thought Jerry had peaked with his monster-fighting skills, he faces an even bigger challenge. A Beth who's not sure she's Beth.
My dad might have cloned me, and I might be the clone. And he says I'm not, but that's what he'd say to a clone.
Typical.
It's like watching a magician pull a rabbit out of a hat, only to realize the rabbit is having an existential crisis and might also be the magician. But our boy Jerry, he's about to pull off his greatest trick yet. So picture this. Beth's having a full-blown identity crisis, questioning whether she's the real deal or just a clone cooked up in Rick's lab.
Just to be sure, you're not pretending to be convinced you're real because you're actually convinced you're a clone, and you're now terrified that becoming self-aware would mean I'd have to terminate you.
No.
The rest of the family's standing around like deer in the headlights, about as useful as a screen door on a submarine. But Jerry steps up to the plate like he's Babe Ruth reincarnated as a bumbling suburban dad. As Beth spirals deeper into her existential rabbit hole, I suppose a magical hat in this scenario, Jerry becomes her unlikely anchor. He's not solving complex equations or running DNA tests. Instead, he's listening, offering reassurance and reminding Beth of their shared memories. It's like he's channeling the spirit of Mr. Rogers. If Mr. Rogers had to deal with clone wives and megalomaniac father-in-laws, standard stuff. While Rick's approach is all about science and logic, Jerry takes a different path. He focused on their emotional connection, reaffirming their shared experiences and love. It's like watching a battle between a sledgehammer and a feather, and somehow, the feather's winning. The family dynamics start shifting faster than a chameleon on a disco floor. Jerry, usually the butt of every joke, is suddenly the glue holding everyone together.
Dad, you can't talk to Jerry that way anymore. We're a real family now. In many ways, things will be like season 1, but more streamlined.
Summer and Morty begin to see their dad in a new light, realizing that sometimes emotional intelligence trumps scientific genius. It's like watching the comic relief in a superhero movie suddenly become the hero. It's unexpected, sure, but again, pretty satisfying. As Beth's crisis deepens, Jerry's simple, heartfelt approach becomes more crucial than Rick's scientific mumbo-jumbo. Jerry's not trying to solve the clone conundrum. He's focused on something far more important, loving Beth regardless of her origin story. In a twist more mind-bending than a pretzel in yoga class, Jerry helps Beth realize that her identity isn't about whether she's a clone or not. It's about her choices, her relationships, and most importantly, who she decides to be. The moment becomes a turning point for the family. Rick, begrudgingly, starts to respect Jerry a bit more. Summer and Morty look to their dad for emotional guidance more often. And Beth, she finds a new appreciation for Jerry's steadfast love and support.
Rick, my mom and dad are getting back together.
What? No, she's not a clone!
Moving forward, the Smith family dynamics shift. Jerry's role evolves from the family punching bag to a source of emotional stability. It's like watching a sitcom dad suddenly start winning Father of the Year awards. Again, surprising, said that a lot today, but also seriously heartwarming. Who knew Jerry had it in him? Well, maybe Beth did all along.
You've never used that word. Maybe you are a clone.
It's not like Rick would tell us.
Just when you thought Jerry couldn't surprise us anymore, he pulls a stunt that makes his clone pep talk look like child's play. Picture this. Rick and Beth are facing off against a cybernetically enhanced bird person, and things are looking bleaker than a cancelled sitcom's reunion special. Enter Jerry, stage left, with a plan so wild it makes the Joker look like a chess grandmaster. Now, we've seen Jerry fumble his way through alien invasions and interdimensional shenanigans before, but this time he's got an ace up his sleeve. Or should I say, a corpse on his invisible hands. That's right, folks. Jerry Smith, the man who once got outsmarted by a butter robot, decides to save the day with the unholy love child of Weekend at Bernie's and Mission Impossible. So, there's Jerry, decked out in an invisibility belt that would make Harry Potter jealous, manipulating Tammy's lifeless body like the world's most morbid marionette.
Oh God, I knew it. Ugh, this floor isn't level.
She's got her arms flailing like she's at a rave, her head bobbing like a dashboard hula girl. It's a grotesque ballet, with Jerry as the invisible puppeteer and Tammy as his unwilling star. Talk about ugly choreography. He's making her mouth move, spouting nonsense about intergalactic treaties and birdseed subsidies. It's like watching a ventriloquist act directed by Tim Burton. Equal parts disturbing and still very impressive. But here's the kicker. It actually works. Jerry's bizarre puppet show manages to throw Bird Person for a loop. The cyborg circuits practically short out trying to process this undead diplomat. Gives Rick and Beth the opening they need, turning the tide of battle faster than you can say wubba-lubba-dub-dub 10 times in a row.
Now come here, you big hollow bone featherhead. Let me give you some of this sweet ass.
You've got to hand it to Jerry. When the chips are down and the stakes are higher than Snoop Dogg at a Colorado dispensary, he doesn't just think outside the box. No, takes that box and turns it into a puppet theater, uses it to save the multiverse. It's the kind of plan that's so stupid it loops back around to genius, like a quantum physics versions of a Pee-wee Big Adventure.
Jerry, do you agree that the use of puppets makes you seem dumb and crazy?
I don't think crazy is a responsible word to use.
It is now. This is crazy. You're being crazy.
And the best part, even Rick seems impressed. His unibrow arches so high, it nearly flies off his forehead. You can almost see the wheels turning in that big brain of his, recalculating Jerry's usefulness quotient. It's like watching a cat realizing the mouse it's been chasing all these years just pulled off a bank heist. Tom and Jerry eat your heart out. Rick's usual snark gives way to a grudging respect. He even mumbles something that sounds suspiciously like, "Not bad, Jerry." Coming from Rick, that's practically a standing ovation. It's a moment that might just change the dynamic of their relationship, or at least until Jerry's next colossal screw-up, so about 10 minutes. But for now, Jerry basks in the glow of his unexpected victory, proving that sometimes, just sometimes, the biggest idiot in the room might also be its unexpected savior.
Everybody drop your guns, except for Jerry. Fucking classic.
The Smith family's been using a device that turns their sleeping selves into productivity machines. It's like if your dreams decided to moonlight as your personal assistant. But Night Summer's gone full rebel leader. Suddenly the Smiths are living in a sci-fi version of Invasion of the Body Snatchers. Except the invaders their own snoozing selves.
They locked us out of the garage.
Don't know about you, but I got the hoo-haws.
Enter Night Jerry, the unexpected MVP of this nocturnal nightmare. While Day Jerry's struggling to tie his shoes without tripping, Night Jerry's out here playing 4D chess with the fate of the family hanging in the balance. He's not just competent, he's downright crafty. Night Jerry's out here negotiating peace treaties like he's the UN of the unconscious, outsmarting Night Summer at every turn. As Night Summer's reign of terror escalates faster than a Twitter argument about pineapple on pizza, Night Jerry's role becomes more crucial than ever. He's wheeling, he's dealing, he's actually being useful. It's like watching a sloth suddenly start solving Rubik's Cubes. You know it shouldn't be possible, but here we are.
Jerry, this isn't how you're supposed to use a night person.
You two are being a couple of Debbie down-theres. Wait until Night Jerry reads about this.
The whole situation's got more layers than an onion wrapped in a burrito inside a Russian nesting doll. Shrek really wishes he had that analogy to hand, hey? Day Jerry's gotta trust his own subconscious self, which is probably more than he trusts himself when he's awake. To team up weirder than that time Batman decided to work with the Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. Yes, that actually happened. Comics are wild, folks. In a twist more mind-bending than the one mirror maze I got lost in as a kid and am still mildly haunted by, Jerry's dream self proves to be more the heroic than the real deal.
I suggest you sleep on it.
She's Night Summer!
Thanks, Jerry.
Night Jerry manages to strike a deal with Night Summer, saving the Day family from their nocturnal oppressors. He's negotiating, he's strategizing, and yes, he's competent. It's enough to make you wonder if all of Jerry's competence has been hiding in his subconscious this whole time. Like that one sock that always disappears in the dryer. The whole experience leaves Day Jerry in a bit of an existential crisis. He's wondering if his dream self is better at everything. She started taking naps before important meetings. Is Night Jerry better at picking lottery numbers? Does he have better taste in music?
Say adios to the Night family.
Bye-bye, pen pal.
As the dust settles and the Night family crisis is averted, Day Jerry's left with a newfound respect for his subconscious alter ego. It's like finding out your dorky younger brother is secretly Batman. Maybe there's hope for Jerry yet. Just needs to figure out how to channel his inner Night Jerry while he's awake. Until then, he might want to invest in a dream journal and hope for the best.
How long have we been asleep?
It can't be that long. Oh my god. No! They killed the Choco Taco!
Jerry Smith, the guy who once got outsmarted by a simulation running at 5% power, finds himself facing off against the Pissmaster, a supervillain with a urinary fixation that would make even R. Kelly blush. It's like watching a Roomba challenge Godzilla. You know it shouldn't work, but you just can't look away. Armed with nothing but his dad rage and years of pent-up frustration, Jerry decides to confront this yellow-tinged terror himself. As Jerry squares up against the Pissmaster, the whole family watches with a mix of second-hand embarrassment and morbid curiosity. The fight itself is a spectacle of slapstick comedy and unlikely heroics. Jerry dodges streams of questionable liquid with the grace of a drunken ballerina, stumbling and fumbling his way through the battle. In a twist that's more surprising than finding out that Leia is Luke's sister, makes you think about that kiss scene in episode 5 in a whole new light, doesn't it? Jerry actually manages to defeat the Pissmaster. It's like watching a Chihuahua take down a Great Dane. Improbable, slightly ridiculous, and again, oddly impressive.
Apologize to my daughter.
For what?
You know for what?
Oh, sorry. Sorry I sexualized you.
Suddenly, Jerry finds himself thrust into the spotlight as an intergalactic hero, complete with a fancy new suit courtesy of Rick. Jerry's unlikely triumph speaks to a deeper theme in the show. These moments of heroism, while often absurd, reflect Jerry's genuine desire for acceptance and validation. It's like watching the nerdy kid in high school suddenly win prom king. Unexpected, but kinda heartwarming. Jerry's rise to fame also serves as a hilarious critique of how we perceive heroism.
Hope there weren't other people on that planet.
And there were no other people on the planet, only Hitlers.
While Jerry's basking in his newfound glory, Rick's seething with jealousy. This whole thing highlights how heroism can be as subjective as deciding whether pineapple belongs on pizza. The real kicker? Jerry gets an orb of power after defeating the Pissmaster. This orb symbolizes Jerry's newfound confidence and potential, allowing him to take on even more heroic missions. It's like watching a caterpillar turn into a butterfly. If that butterfly could suddenly bench press a car.
Did you turn on the microwave?
No, maybe I was trying to fly.
Jerry's newfound confidence starts to shift the family dynamic. Beth looks at him with a mix of surprise and newfound respect, like she's seeing her husband for the first time. Summer and Morty, usually quick to dismiss their dad, start coming to him for advice, albeit reluctantly at first. Even Rick, despite his jealousy, can't help but grudgingly acknowledge Jerry's achievement. As Jerry embraces his hero status, we see him standing a little taller, speaking a little louder, and even cracking jokes that people actually laugh at. It's as if the universe decided to hit the reset button on Jerry Smith, transforming him from the butt of the joke to the star of the show. Who knew all it would take was a fight with a urinary-obsessed supervillain to turn Jerry into the family's golden boy? Don't think about that too hard.
This is a nightmare. I should have just let him pee on my daughter.
Ew, what the hell, Dad?
Jerry's at an immortality field resort with Rick, sipping a drink that probably tastes like feet. Some shady characters approach him, plotting to take out Rick. They want Jerry's help, and he agrees faster than you can say wubba-lubba-dub-dub 20 times fast.
And you have wondered what your life could have been without Rick?
Wondered? Sure. I mean, I've wondered about having a vagina.
But then Rick, in a rare moment of sincerity, apologizes to Jerry for breaking up his marriage. It's like Darth Vader suddenly coming up to Luke and apologizing for the whole hand-chopping incident. Now Jerry's stuck in a moral dilemma that'd make Chidi from The Good Place sweat. He's bouncing between betrayal and his loyalty faster than a ping pong ball in the Olympics. One moment he's helping the assassins, the next he's trying to warn Rick without actually warning him. It's like watching a cat try to play Twister. The resort turns into a circus of Jerry's indecision. He's running around trying to both sabotage and save Rick at the same time. Jerry's accidentally spilling drinks on the bad guys, tripping over his own feet to block their shots, and even attempting to distract them with his infamous Jerry-oki performances. Meanwhile, Rick's just chilling, oblivious to the drama unfolding around him, and probably thinking about some new invention that'll turn water into pizza or something equally ridiculous.
Speaking of, what are we gonna tell Morty?
I don't know, but whatever it is, we're gonna need a couple more of these babies.
As the assassins make their move, Jerry's actions become more frantic than a squirrel on espresso. He's diving over tables, mistakenly setting off alarms, and even trying to use his limited knowledge of alien tech to create diversions. In one moment, he's whispering coded warnings to Rick, disguised as small talk. And in the next, he's helpfully pointing out Rick's location to the assassins while simultaneously tying their shoelaces together. In a moment that can only be described as peak Jerry, our unlikely hero saves the day.
Live out the rest of your days in denial of your vagina fantasies.
It was a one-time thought that everyone has!
Whether it's dumb luck, cosmic intervention, or just Jerry being Jerry, he manages to thwart the assassination attempt. It's like if Neville Longbottom had been the one to take down Voldemort. Again, this unexpected moment, but still very satisfying. The existence leaves Jerry feeling both proud and guilty. He's saved Rick, but he's also betrayed him. Rick, in his typical fashion, seems unfazed by the whole ordeal. But there's a subtle shift in their dynamic. Rick's apology and Jerry's convoluted attempt at protection have created a weird, twisted form of bonding. Moving forward, Rick and Jerry's relationship takes on a new dimension.
I'll leave out the part where you tried to murder me.
And I'll leave out the part where you admitted to sabotaging our marriage.
There's a grudging respect from Rick, tinged with his usual disdain. Jerry, for his part, feels a mix of increased confidence and lingering shame. It's like they've survived a bizarre trust fall exercise, one where the trust faller tried to trip the catcher while simultaneously attempting to cushion their fall. As they leave the resort, there's a sense that while they're not exactly friends, they're no longer just reluctant in-laws either. They're now reluctant in-laws with a shared secret, a very confusing adventure under their belts.
What are you doing?
I'm being triumphantly brave!
It's not triumphant or brave.
Well, folks, Jerry Smith's been surprising us all, evolving from bumbling sidekick to unlikely hero. From pen pal diplomacy to facing down ridiculous villains, he's been racking up heroic moments faster than Rick empties liquor bottles. The show's creators have been dropping hints about more Jerry-centric adventures, setting him up as the multiverse's underestimated champion.
This is what it's like to trend. Feels good. Feels right.
Jerry's journey from zero to hero reminds us that growth can come from unexpected places. As we look ahead, who knows what dimensional disasters he might bumble through next. His story shows there's hope for all of us accidental heroes out there. So next time you're feeling like a background character, remember, even Jerry Smith gets his moment in the spotlight. Just don't expect a fancy new suit every time you save the day. That's pure Jerry magic.